Salutations! My name is Kartosael and welcome back to the Lake Laogai server. So I honestly cannot remember when I last uploaded a video for this. And it's, for example, I don't even know if I showed this on camera or not. I may have. I don't even know. So I think I mentioned last time I would only occasionally upload videos, and that part of the reason I'm not on here as much is because I am not so good at building a city, and I decided to build a city. Yeah, that problem is still there. So I haven't been on too much, though recently I have been coming online more often. And one of the reasons for that is I started a new project. It's really close by, and I'm not abandoning the city, but whenever I get tired of that project, I can go back to the city and work on it. And whenever I get tired of this, I can switch back to that new project. But before, you can already see some of it. But before we go and take a look at our new project, remember when the missing claimed our building of government, and we responded by occupying his entire university. Well, he retaliated. It took him a little bit, but he finally did retaliate. By building, let's get closer, a prisoner of war camp. Kartosael Bay prisoner of war camp. This is what happens when you cross the missing empire. Kartosael, we had, or have, I'm not even entirely sure, a lady from Russia on this server, Gizrah. We did the caving episode with her, and she mentioned Kartosael, and Kartosael sound a lot alike, and Kartosael is the Russian for potato. So there's that. So we have all our prisoners here, a small guard tower, which is kind of nice. There's no way to get into the camp though, which I guess makes sense when you think about it. So this is the camp. There's lava there, who knew? I've got a lot of lava pools around, to be honest. So everything, I watched his episode of him making this, and he built everything out of spruce wood to make sure it looks as monotone as possible. And he used cobwebs to create an illusion of barbed wire. And I really like that idea, to be quite honest. Let's break in for now. So, they have all been given orange overalls because they're prisoners. Some have this odd color, like cream, and others have more of a reddish orange one. Those are my soldiers. And those are Anima Yemis' soldiers. He took those and just dyed orange over them. So if they were light blue to begin with, they got that color. If they were red to begin with, they got that color. He did wash all the tunics before making them orange. So all of our soldiers are here. I think all of our soldiers are here. I'm not quite sure if he managed to find the sniper. Oh, he's missing boots. I got a lot of people, lots of soldiers missing boots. What did you do to my boots, boy? This is the sleeping quarters. It's really, considering the amount of soldiers we have here, it's not a lot of beds. Not at all. But I really do like this group congregating and probably... Oh, when you stand in the middle and look around, it's really creepy. Probably planning their escape. Well, these are my soldiers, as well as soldiers of Anima. And prisoners of war camps are often liberated, especially when they're on their home soil. I mean, Kumaria is right over there. Actually, this is still part of Kumaria. Everything the light touches in the savannah is Kumaria. But I'm not going to free them. Most likely this will be turned into a prison complex. And they will remain here forever, as examples to all the others that you do not fail me. You guys failed me. You let yourself be captured by the missing guy who builds universities. You let yourself be captured by him. So you are not getting anywhere out of that prison. Ever. Finally, my James wants to liberate his troops. Well, we're going to have a discussion about that, but he might be able to get them. So those still have some hope, but not a lot. So on to our new project. I mean, I do have to retaliate against that. I mean, let's be honest. But I'm not quite sure how. This entire thing with the missing has made me understand war a bit more. I mean, the same happened, same thought crossed through my mind when I occupied this entire university. I knew the retaliation would be pretty bad. But I cannot do nothing. Because that means he has won and my country will be disappointed. So I have to do something, even if I know that the long-term results of that is going to be horrendous. But I have yet to thought of a proper response for that. But it will come. Not sure what it will be, but it will come. Retaliation will come. So this is the new project. I moved the beacon over here for haste because it's going to be a lot of excavation. It's kind of a city, but on a different principle. Because that city is just you plot buildings anywhere there is space. This is a very limited amount of space in which I can plot buildings. Also, for those who are familiar with the YouTuber Vintage Beef, you might be thinking right now, oh, this is going to be a copy of what he is doing. Well, no, it is not. It is a circle, yes. But the eventual goal of this, how it's supposed to look, is going to be quite different. It's almost night, which is kind of a bother because, as you can see, nothing is lit up except this little platform. If you're wondering what's this all about, speed potions. Whenever I need to go from here to there, I just take 2 speed potions with me, and that makes it so much easier, especially because there's lava right there, and so I don't really like taking holes. And yeah, so this circle has diameter of 141, I believe. That's the outermost circle. Anyway, I think I'm going to sleep first and continue talking then. And it's day now, and this is the most outer circle, this being a diameter of 141 blocks, meaning from here to the center of the beacon it's 71 blocks. From here it's 61. And from here to there is going to be the outer wall of this entire city. Base, whatever we're going to call it. And I think it's going to be about 10, 11 blocks high. Not quite sure yet. Which really, when you look at the entirety of the wall, isn't all that high. But in most places the entire city does stick out. Only there does it run flush with the ground. In fact, the wall over there disappears into the mountain. Not quite sure what I'm going to do over there. We'll see. And the base is going to be built in rings. So we have a first ring, and then we get more and more rings. And the first ring goes from here to here. Another 10 blocks. So from here to the center it's 51. So you might wonder, why is this ring here in the middle? This with a different color even. What's the point, and why is there a wall below that? Which I somewhat conveniently am now. Well, this is the half of the first circle, and here the wall goes down until it reaches the level I want. Right now it's like 70. That level is 75 when it comes to the I value. Y. I might bring it down to 60 or 65. Not quite sure yet. That means that either the this wall is going to be 15 or 10 blocks tall. I think it's going to be 15, but I will take a look once it's at 10. Sounds wise, right? So this wall is going to be the first of the outer circle of the second ring. So from here we go another 10 blocks in and have the outer of the effectively the inner circle. From here to there, not exactly here, just random point I'm taking here. That was the wrong button again. From here to there, somewhere, will be the second ring. And halfway we go down again. So half of the floor actually sticks out over the next ring. This gives a lot more slope eventually. And I'll continue until I kind of reach bedrock, or at least get near it. Or if for some ambiguous reasons the circle seems really small if I do that. Which I'm kind of doubting. Because if I want to go to bedrock and I would go down at that inner circle instead of the middle one, so that each circle, next circle becomes 10 less in radius, and by the time I hit bedrock, the circles won't be so big anymore. So that's one of the reasons I did that. Also, I think it might look very cool, because we might have like pillars over here and whatnot, and the buildings themselves, they're not going to be huts or little shacks along this ring. No, about like this part is going to be just pure walkway, and over here we might have some buildings, but most of them will, for the majority, be inside the wall, which of course is a lot easier once we get to the second ring, because then we just go into the ground instead of the exterior wall, which has a fixed width. Actually, for the second ring, you might still have a problem here, but not over there, for example. So most of the building will be sticking out. Some will be curved, weird shaped, and stuff like that. Could be interesting. I hope it is. It's not going to be all wood, like Kumaria is right now. I'm not quite sure what to call this place yet. I'm sure I'll think of a name eventually. And I am going to keep a somewhat similar color theme, because the most of this part is still in the savannah, which is good. I wanted it to be completely in the savannah, to be honest, but I ran out of space, or I had to clear entire mountains, and I did not really want to do that. Not just for the amount of work, but also because it wouldn't look as nice. I like the mountains. So I will go for a lot of stone and andesite, but also a lot of granite, maybe some acacia wood. Certainly we'll have some nether brick, but they'll be more like accent. So outlines or stuff like that, not entire walls made out of nether brick. So we have this circle here. Sometimes I stand in the middle, I look around, and my mind goes like, when you look at this, it's not that big. Look at the distance from that wall and that wall. It's all not that big. Maybe I should make it all a bit bigger. Yes, those thoughts actually do occur to me, which is kind of creepy. So when that happens, I just walk to one edge. Let's, for demonstration purposes, let's stop at the wall. So this is going to be the wall, technically. That. And I'll just force myself to walk all the way across to the next one, which, as you can see, takes quite a bit of time. Quite a bit of time. Like 24 seconds or something, maybe even more. And once we actually start building, this will no longer exist. You won't be able to cross straight over. So you'll have to go all the way like this if you want to get to the other side. It's very likely I will be employing horses here. It's another reason why I'm keeping the walkways nice and wide. So that way I reinforce the thought in my brain that actually it's already quite big and a lot of work, because this all has to be dug out. Yeah, I could have chosen something simple, but you know me. Also, I'm thinking about streaming a lot. Thinking about it a lot, that's for one. But instead of, having an episode, because the things I want to do here are quite of the scale that, an episode is not really going to do much. So I would like to do streams of this place, as I'm working on this. And maybe periodic episodes to show general progress along the lines. Of course, during the stream, I'm not going to be like, hey everyone, let's take out another level. Another level dug out. Thank you for watching. No, I don't think I'll do that. Maybe I will. But that will be more talkative stream if people actually come. So asking questions and stuff like that to keep it interesting. And it's more of a background filler, the digging. I might actually start on a wall soonish, because technically I can. Everything's set up for it. We have this platform to build on. This is actually one below the actual build height, because this is 74 and it's going to be 75, but this way I can put in a flooring of sorts. It's going to, because if I want to try and make the walls solid, I will be mining for days. I would need to dig all that out first just to do that, so that's not going to happen. So the wall might start on that soon. But when it comes to streaming, a lot of people I would like having on my stream, watching it, like Missing and Winter Graves, are in a completely different time zone. Many hours difference. So that's a bit of a problem. So in order for them to be able to watch it, and because I'm European, and also for European people to watch it, I would have to stream after dinner. For my time, which is more or less lunch in America. Of course, depending where in America. But as you might know, I prefer streaming when there's no one else in the house. I prefer recording in general. I mean, I haven't streamed yet. But yeah, once dinner's done, there usually are people. Naturally. Because I do live with more people nowadays. And that's a bit of bother. I haven't really decided what to do about that. So once I do know, I will probably notify you all. But for now, I don't know. I just don't know. I have to figure that out still. And of course, I still need to... let's look where I put the cobble. That is. Still need to figure out what to do against the Missing. Because he built a prisoner of war camp on my soil, and I need to retaliate. But I have absolutely no clue what to do. So if any of you have suggestions, I will listen to them. Not say I will do them, because then the Missing is able to know beforehand what I'm going to do. But I will be inspired, hopefully. Because right now, I just don't know. And neither does Anima. Because it's his soldiers as well. Now, this is too far away, it seems. So, Anima James' base is actually not far to the west of here. I don't think we can see it from the edge. But pretty close. Which also kind of says something about the scale of this thing. Let's see. Well, we can see like the skirts of his forest. And that's continues all the way over there, and then eventually somewhere over there is his base. So thank you very much for watching. I will keep you updated about whether when if and when I will stream. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again the next time, whichever form that may be. Goodbye.